Atochin chitab kolenjin eng ketesiet noton nechome nebo Kass TV kakituiye twan en longetab kobotik kobate emetab raini kekusini kong somanet noton nebo budget noton nebo kenyitab mung'aret nebo kenyitab 2026-2027 neimuch kosoman John Badi noton ka budget nemiten barak kot mising chepkondok eng kenyiniton amun ibwat ile ka budget nebo silingisiek trilion 4.8. Ibwat ile mo emetab Kenya inegen nekasomani budget emetab raini koboto emetab Uganda, Rwanda ak emet nebo Tanzania anan East African countries cheimuch akichek kon kerenywan kotinygei ak budget noton nebo kenyitab mung'aret nemiten tai. Ako en betutab raini komwa John Badi kole budget neimuch kokon kwendi kotoreti en bottom up economic transformation noton naat ko better amun noton komuktechin chongindab biikab emetab Kenya konyor ususindo mising en chepkondok ak tuguk chemokyingei mising ko choton chebo kamanut.
Improve the efficiency of government exchequer operations, deliver transparency in exchequer and cash management, and ensure that public funds are released only against verified and approved obligations, thus laying the foundation for managing pending bills, and there is going to be no more cherry picking of invoices for payments. So, Mr. Speaker, building on this momentum in the financial year 26-27, the government will expand or extend the Treasury Single Account Framework to county governments by completing the automation of county exchequer requisition processes, after which counties will progressively migrate to a Treasury Single Account architecture mirroring that of the national government. And two, operationalize in collaboration with the CBK a granular data integration system to deliver real-time visibility of the cash and liquidity positions of state corporations and semi-autonomous government agencies. Mr. Speaker, taken together, these reforms represent significant modernization of our public cash management architecture. They are already delivering measurable savings, deepening fiscal transparency, and strengthening our capacity to deliver value for every shilling of public money. Let me now talk about strengthening the internal audit oversight and fiscal discipline. Mr. Speaker, every shilling entrusted to government must be accounted for and deliver value to the people of Kenya. The recurrence of audit queries and delays in implementing audit recommendations across public institutions continue to expose public resources to fiscal risk and weaken service delivery. And Mr. Speaker, to strengthen accountability, fiscal discipline, and support the government's zero-fault audit initiative, the government will introduce amendments to the Public Finance Management Act and related regulations to strengthen the mandate of the Office of the Internal Auditor General, and enhance oversight across the public sector. I am strengthening the Office of the Internal Audit. The reforms will establish a framework for tracking the implementation of audit recommendations and resolutions issued by Parliament, the Office of the Auditor General, audit committees, and other oversight institutions, with clear accountability mechanisms for non-compliance. The government will also strengthen internal audit functions across public entities, roll out integrated internal audit management system, and enhance the adoption of enterprise risk management to improve the identification and mitigation of fiscal and operational risk. Mr. Speaker, these reforms will strengthen transparency, internal controls, and prudent management of public resources while improving accountability and service delivery across government. Now let me turn to revenue projections for 2026-2027. Mr. Speaker, our fiscal projections reflect a careful balance between ambition and realism, ensuring that we live within our means while investing in our future. Based on the outlined policy measures, total revenue collection, including appropriation in aid, for the financial year 2026-27 is projected to be 3,630.5 billion, which is equivalent to 17.4% of our GDP. Of this, ordinary revenue is projected at 2,985.7 billion, equivalent to 14.3% of the gross domestic product. And ministerial appropriation in aid is projected at 644.8 billion, equivalent to 3.1% of GDP. Grants are projected at 43.6 billion, or 0.2% of GDP. Expenditure projections. Mr. Speaker, total expenditure in the financial year 2026-27 budget is projected at 4,820.4 billion, equivalent to 23.2% of GDP. And of this, recurrent expenditure will amount to 3,568.4 billion, which is equivalent to 17.1% of GDP, and development expenditure, including allocations to domestic and foreign finance projects, contingency fund, and equalization fund, will amount to 750 billion shillings, which is equivalent to 3.6% of GDP. Total allocation to county governments is projected at 502 billion shillings, of which 428 billion is equitable share, and 74 billion is additional allocations from the national government's share of revenue, and loans and grants from development partners. So 16.6 billion national government, and loans and grants 57.4 billion. Financing deficit, fiscal deficit and financing. Mr. Speaker, the resultant fiscal deficit, including grants, is projected at 1,146.2 billion, equivalent to 5.5% of GDP. The fiscal deficit will be financed by net external borrowing of 116.2 billion, equivalent to 0.6% of GDP, and net domestic borrowing of 1,030 billion, which is equivalent to 4.9% of GDP.
En kasaratan ko imuch komwochi sirikab logoiwek John Badi kole budget noton nebo kenyini ko budget noton nekokiyum keretab biikab emet akowendi kisuldoe noton kowe magutikab biikab emetab Kenya. Kamwa kole momi aisurut nekokites kole mwoe alak en kandoikab bolotet chemwoe kole budget noton nebo kenyiniton ko budget nemuch konde ole ng'oi kot missing anan koik mosiget en biikab emoni.
Figures and ask, defunding it from where to where? Where is the evidence? I have mentioned here, and I want to repeat it, education particularly. In 2021-22 budget, the total provision was 526 billion. That was 24.5% of the ministerial budget. This financial year, the budget that I've just read, the total allocation to the Ministry of Education is 784.5 billion shillings, which is 26.4% of the ministerial budget. So where is the defunding? Even if you go to granular, to the budget lines, and I mentioned money allocated to TSC, and it is not for nothing, moving from 290 to 421 billion in 4 years, it is not for no reason. It's because we have employed more teachers than any other administration. Secondly, look at the capitation money, which has been talked about a lot. Moving from 626 billion in 2022 to today, 2026, 4 years later, 86 billion shillings. You go to Higher Education Loans Board, 15 billion, now 56 billion. And I can go on and on. But I am now leaving it to Kenyans to hold the leaders who just make sweeping statements and who sometimes pick my figures, remove a few data from my figures, take my finance bill, and claim to be providing alternative budget. If you want to provide alternative budget, have your people to do simulation. You will not manage the country if you, God forbid, become president with my data, because I will not be there to supply the data for you. So it is upon you now, members of the fourth estate, hold leaders to account. That's what I wanted to say. I don't want to say anything more, because the rest I have said on the floor of the House. And I want to thank National Assembly for providing that opportunity on behalf of the people of Kenya. Yes. Maybe you move closer. I know where you are heading. You are talking about pay as you earn. Yes, even if it is not in the finance bill, it is not off the table. We are going to make sure that the promise by the President and the CS National Treasury will be implemented. So we wait for this.
You should tell TOR you presented those papers in April.
TOR,
the President pronounced himself 3 weeks ago.
Yeah, and you see, I've explained this, that there was some data and analysis that we were doing. We have now agreed, and the president has pronounced himself unequivocally that that is going to be implemented. You know, Joe, please don't take me that route. That will be implemented. We have given a commitment. This government is not going to lie to Kenya. We have given that commitment. Wait for the commitment. It is us who said it. No one pushed the government to say it. It is us. President, myself, we sat, we agreed, and we have communicated. It will be done. And by the way, I was...
En county nebo Nandi ko tinye kamangunet no missing mengi kobun county notok kole wendi kobit bandab tai missing en boisionik chesuldae serikalitab county nebo Nandi kotinygei ak chepkondok chekokitaban koba counties en budget noton nebo kenyiniton.
Kamwa wataalam kole kaboibochine budget noto eng mwaet kole wendi nito kotoreti kesuldae boisionik cheterter chekiketoi eng county nebo Nandi.
Amu budget noto komi ngalekab university. Kingen kele kokinde chepkondok chesire 1.2 billion chenekitesetai teksetab Koitalel Samoei University. Namba aeng komi barabarok chemi Nandi, hasa barabaretab Nandi Lisamak, boto barabarok chemi Masom, boto barabarok chemi mastab Tindet, chemi Kwen, chemi Chesume.
Tinye ine kanet kole wendi serikalitab President William Ruto kosuldae kayamisutik tugul missing ko eng county nebo Nandi.
Achek kokiwa kache chebo Nandi ko nebo kane ketekwech barabarocho ak kechobwech ngalekab damishek ak ngalekab fertilizer mbolea chakakinde budget cho. Kekere kele kokakotech kainet neo nebo His Excellency the President. Ak ketinye imani kele bwane kobois chepkondok chotok. Ko nemaba chitimin ko bichu ko tayari kokwa His Excellency the President kwa tamit nebo aeng.
Kabitinit eng kasarta nekere ine kole kikomuch President William Ruto kosuldae kayamisutik anganda kinam ine emet eng kasarta nekikakowechok uchumi nebo emet.
Kitinye imani barabarochu kakinde budget chutok chu kele nekeyoe amu kingoitu President kokimatakomi kiy kot. Kinokoturu kot nekikakeyam tuguk kobek. Ko in katurunonotok ko nekakinde nguno chepkondochu amu kotokosen ngalekab taxes. Amu kinokoboryo ro kodi His Excellency the President amu kikiam chepkondok kobek.
Kounoto kotinye ine kanet kole wendi President William Ruto kosuldae kayamisutik tugul anganda mitei barak bolatet eng emet.
Ongebirchi korok His Excellency the President 100%. Matkochunda ngot kurayat ake usome noto. Number 2, boisionik chechang kobwane eng term 2 amu kakotebi ak chito komie. Banganutik chekende nguno budget akoketyin budget nin age kokakotebi ak chito nekakopangan ak boisionik komie. Lakini kitaburburane chito boisionik koitu nin ak nakoburburen akotoi boisionik alak chechiket ko mara chematinye. Nguno kisome kele ongesochi Mungu His Excellency the President ak kesapoten kora kebirchi kura.
Kong'etegei county nebo Nandi logoiwekab emet chebo Kass, kainenyu ko Nelson Tarubei.
Kakomwa serikalit nebo county nebo Uasin Gishu kole chobot koboisien kibagenge koboto chemorche mengechen ko oret agenge nebo kanapta kasuldaetab mung'aret ak boisionik en county noton.
Kongololi eng ofisinyi kasarta noto nekatach membaek chotok chebo Chamber of Commerce kobun Uasin Gishu komwa CEC nelel nebo mung'aret Philip Sil Chebunet kole tesetai serikalitab county nebo Uasin Gishu kochobe tetutik chotok chetoreti eng kanaptaetab mung'aret ak chemung'arainik chemengechen koboto tagetab investors.
Ako Uasin Gishu County ko headquarters nebo Uasin Gishu County ko kokoek city nebo mut eng emetab Kenya ak kekere kele yotokse Uasin Gishu kobun tuguk chemeche sikwookis eng this city. Kemeche kekanapte ngalekab mung'aret, kekanapte ngalekab koshinet ak biik kora chebo emotinwek alak sikobit koyatak biashara. Kikere nguno eng Uasin Gishu komi keteche KIPes anan County Aggregation and Industrial Parks chekiteche eng Muiben, chemi go down cheketeche sikobit ketach investors chebunu bitonin.
Kosubkei ak nebo ng'echeret eng Chamber of Commerce Dr. Willy Kenei kochobotin kobois eng kibagenge ak serikalitab county noton nebo Uasin Gishu eng kanaptaetab neranik ak kwonyik eng mung'arosiekwak konamgei ak status noton nebo kanaptaetab Eldoret koek city.
Mitei ng'alekab funding. Aje ku chamber ketinye funding chekimuchi kikochi neranik, people living with disability ak biik alak tugul chemoche koyai mung'aret ko expandene mung'aret anan kotoune mung'aret kokakeng'alale ng'alechotok cho. Kora ketinye nekile Eldoret Investment nekure Eldoret International Business Summit is an investment summit nekiyoe eng arawab tisab tarik 23 akoi tarik 25 ing Barupa. Nito ko manetai, this is the 4th edition, ako investment summit neo mising nekiyoe ak county government of Uasin Gishu. Kokakeng'alale kora sikobit kimutu investors chechang mising nyoko investen ing county nenyonet nebo Uasin Gishu. Eldoret ko kokoek city. Nguni ko chang opportunities nea chebwane ak city. Konoto kora kemoche kemarketen Eldoret as an investment destination in Northern region ak Western region.
Koyonjin icheket koityi kibagengeisiek chemobo serikali konamgei eun ak kamutunetab investors nesome kora chemung'aranik kokanapta teksetab korik konamgei ak status noton nebo Eldoret.
Kimwa kele Eldoret nguni ko kokoek city, mako town. Kokochang'a opportunities. Chang biik checheng'e korik chebo offices ak korik cheyoe mung'aret. So amoche alechi bicho tinye spaces chemoboisie chetom kotech korik chekororon mising eng city nenyonet nebo Eldoret. Otech korik chekororon mising amu mi chumbek chebunu sang, mi biik chebunu Nairobi, mi biik chebunu taunishek alak cheng'ote korik chebo office. So mitei market nguni ochop korik chekoen amu mitei kelchin yotok yo. Ak ochop kora parking chebo underground. Amu challenge nekitinye kora eng city nenyonet ko parking. So nginde underground parkings ko imuch keyai mung'aret nekararan mising especially nekikure Central Business District nebo Eldoret City.
Keisto korik chepkibatinik ako tinye plan county government. Kere nguno Kidiwa koketech korik cheechen chobo county ako kokowalak Teskai nebo Uasin Gishu. Abwate ale ngiro New York komi buildings chetogu kele New York akot malasima akot kemwoun kele New York yu lakini ikere building. Nguno in future ko ngiro korik nguno chemitei in Eldoret town city kokere biik kole tisa city amu korik chekokotech plan nebo president keib ng'alekab housing kobwa counties.
Kong'eteke taunetab Eldoret eng county nebo Uasin Gishu, logoiwekab emet chebo Kass, kainenyu ko Isaac Kogei.
En kasaratan kokakomongei konetik chebo ECDE en county nebo Nandi akosom serikalitab county noton komuch kosuldaen siretab konetik en boisiet en mwaet kole en inguni komi chepkondok kotinygei ak kites chepkondok kitawonchi koba counties.
Kamwa kanetichoto kole anganda kachop serikali budget nemitei barak mising, koker ichek kole tomo konyor kelchin kanetikab ECDE kotinygei ak netomo ketechi ichek melekwek.
We are not seeing any importance of that budget as concerning the early childhood education in Kenya. Majority of counties are not doing justice to teachers. Majority of counties are not doing justice to education. As far as CBC and CBE is concerned, we, the educators of early childhood, we, the leaders, we remain. The budget of county governments or counties, ilianza na 375 billion. It came to 400 billion. It came to 415 billion. That was a recent one. Now today, it is now additional of 428 billion in total. But we want to challenge the Council of Governors who are mistreating teachers. Many of them have died because of depression. As much as the president is pushing for more money to fund the CPE and CPC, we want to tell the His Excellency that this budget coming to county government is not touching education in any way.
Kates komwa ichek kole kikobun ichek nyalilda neo kot mising kosubkei ak nematinye ichek tuguk chekiboisie eng kanetisiet.
Wamekaa bila job groups, wamekaa bila allowances, wamepitia shida mingi sana. Hatuna hata vitabu kama somo la creative arts.
And as they will be considering the full scheme, we are going to get our allowances.
Kasom ichek serikalishekab counties koteshi ichek melekwek eng budget nebo serikalishekab counties netetat kesoman eng konekit.
Budget ini kelenjini president kongoi mising amu koinde education chepkondok koallocaten chepkondok chemi barak. Kokakisome eng county nebo Nandi koro kora education amu kakimeto mwalimuiyondoni kechil.
Kong'etegei county nebo Nandi logoiwekab emet chebo Kass, kainenyu ko Nelson Tarubei.
Kagomwa rubeiwotab President Professor Kithure Kindiki kole wendi koboisie eng kibagenge sectors tugul choton chebo serikali eng dakyinetab konyorunen keljin biikab emoni boisionik choton chesuldaen serikalitab emetab Kenya.
For purposes of the public understanding us, the independence of constitutional commissions and independent offices is a constitutional issue and cannot be abrogated. It's a constitutional issue. But also, just like the other three arms of government, we have a lot of interfaces because this independent rests on 4 legs. It rests on 4 legs. It's a 4-legged stool. 1, administrative independence, that each commission and independent office has independent to run, to administer itself, and cannot be controlled on how it runs its affairs. 100% independence. Nobody, no other arm of government, no authority will come and dictate how the Constitution Commission or the independent office will administer itself. Number 2, operational independence.
The journey towards strengthening our effectiveness and enhancing structured collaboration with the executive gained momentum following the executive order number 2 by His Excellency the President of 2023, which mandates your office to, among other duties, liaise with us in matters that require intervention by the national government, including budgets, policy formulation, and very, very critically, implementation of our recommendations. We as constitutional commissions and independent offices are the primary advisors of 3 arms of government. Our mandates, our roles, the skills and experiences and understanding of the mandates that we have require that we be the first port of call on matters that the government wants to implement on development or on service delivery. And we do issue recommendations. We do have audit findings. And if we have this time and space to discuss these issues early enough, then the government is able to mitigate on the risks and implement the recommendations early enough. By the time we are presenting issues to the public, we are talking of solutions. We do understand that we are part and parcel of the aspirations of our country. We are citizens first and foremost, and that we are part and parcel of working together with the government, the other 3 arms, in development and service delivery to the people of Kenya. And hence, that's why under Chapter 15, we are obligated to safeguard the sovereignty of the people, to promote constitutionalism and ensure the observance of democratic values and principles of all state organs.
Kagoesio kapkirwok nebo Kericho somet nebo chi agenge nebo kenyisiek 46 nebo kityakta en Mbon en kesit nekimwoito inendet kele kiriyach ak karit kobeten sobet kamenyin nebo kenyisiek 100 en kokwetab Singoronik en komosta nebo Kiptere en county nebo Kericho en arawetab 3 en kenyini. Inamwa kapkirwok kole makasarta nenin nebo kityakta weroton en nguni.
Kan kokonu tilanoton kirwokindet nebo kapkirwok nebo Kericho Justice Teresa Odera komwa kole katil noton kobun kasetab keberberwek tuan ole kanyor kole makasarta nenin niton kityakta Julius Cheruyot bet en bond.
In the circumstances, it will not be very safe to release accused at this bond at this time. So I will not implement bond. So we will remain in custody for now, to preserve the integrity of the trial. I know that 4 witnesses have already testified I direct that the matter be prioritized due to denial of bond.
Kamwa kirwokindonoton kole tindoi katyaknatet Julius Cheruyot Bett kobunu kiliondenyin kokon kora somet age nebo kityakta inendet en kasarta age.
The application can be renewed again, maybe when we finish with the civilian witnesses. The application can be renewed, the court can proceed, and we also look at a report from probation. So that is all.
Kikinam Julius Cheruyot Bett en arawetab somok en kenyiniton en lelutiet nekimwoito inendet kele kiriyach karit kobeten sobet kamenyin nebo kenyisiek 100 Grace Chelangat Chepkwony en gaa en kokwetab Singoronik en Kiptere en Sikawet Soin en county nebo Kericho en yautiet nekikere ko borishet. En tai kokatestai kokon baornatet baorinik en taitab kirwokindet Justice Teresa Odera ole katoi komasta nebo prosecution ole kakon baornatet baorinik somoku en tugul 14 ole kaarorchi kapkirwok kotinygei ak ole kiyaita yautyonoton chichoton.
All of us stopped and stayed at it. And the hospital people organized the same people were taking my money to take Mama to mortuary. So we came to the so neither one let himself.
Tetat kotestai kesinoton en tarikit 8 ak tarikit 9 en arawetab 7 en kenyiniton ole tesetai kebeberwek tuan ak baornatet. Kamiten kapkirwok familia nebo Grace Chelangat Chepkwony nekibet sobet ole kaboiboenchi tiletab kapkirwok nebo koesio katyaktaetab chichoton.
Kekurenon Duncan Bett, kitupche ak Julius Cheruyot Bett ne inendet ko kibar mama nenyon. Ko en raini kiboiboi en ruling nekakon kotini kotiengei ng'alekab kikochi bond.
Kwa majina mimi naitwa Wilfrida Chepkemoi. I'm the granddaughter to the late Grace Chepkwony. And today I'm very happy. I was really worried before I came that if actually my uncle was going to be given a bond, I was really going to be very uncomfortable with it.
Kwa majina ni Rebecca Chepkemoi, granddaughter to the deceased. And I would like to thank God for the ruling that has been made today. And we know that the Kenyan government the laws will uphold the truth. And so far, so good. The evidence is there. And we know what happened. And we know the truth.
Aripotinyi logoiwekab emet chebo Kass kong'eten kapkirwok nebo Kericho, kainenyun ko Robert Siele.
Miten kamang'unet nebo kiwong kiwanjet anan tekset nebo kiwanjet nebo 64 Stadium en kasarta nebo arawek somok chemiten tai kosibkei ak nekakomwa serikali kole bendi kotononjin en kawang'unetab kiwanjanoton kitemenen serikalitab county nebo Uasin Gishu niton ko kosibkei ak PS noton nebo Defence Patrick Mariru.
Kong'ololi kasarta nekarutochi kiwanjoshekab Kipchoge Keino Stadium ak 64 Stadium semite eng taonitab Eldoret komwa PS noton nebo Defence Patrick Mariru kole bendi kowang'u kiwanjanotok bo 64 Stadium nekitemenen serikalitab county kawang'unenyi kobate kokoib kakwautik icheket ak boroindo noton bo kowang eng kasartab arawek somok chotok chemite tai.
Under the instructions of His Excellency the President, he directed that the Ministry of Defence and KDF takes over this 64 stadia together with the Ministry of Sports and complete it. It has stalled for 2-3 years. So we just came to check what is happening, but we are taking over the project now. We will complete it as instructed by the President in at most 3 months. We should be done with this stadia. We also visited Kipchoge. It's also part of the stadia that the Commander-in-Chief has asked us to supervise together with the Ministry of Sports. I'm happy to report that there is significant progress there. And in December, our eyes are on December 12th.
Kamite Director General noton nebo urerioshek Timothy Kilimo nemwoe kole kawang'unetab kiwanjoshek eng emoni cheboto 64 Stadium kowendi kotoreti eng urerioshek
to ensure that they are well taken care of. They come in, we provide proper mechanism of ensuring that the flow is okay, they watch the game and they exit. And you will see that very well when it comes to the games that are coming ahead of us. If you look at our sports stadium management, including when we have had even big tournaments now, we have had a lot of reduction in terms of insecurity issues because we keep learning when you host events. When we hosted Chan, we have a lot of lessons that we've learned, which we will use to better when we are hosting AFCON. And the reason why His Excellency is putting a lot of pressure on us to finish all these facilities is because we want to have venues across the country.
Kosubkei ak rubeiwotab Governor kobun county nebo Uasin Gishu Evans Kapkea kotoche kakwautiet noton nekoib serikalitab emoni kochutyi orit ak kotoret icheket eng kawangunetab teksetab kiwanjanotok bo 64 Stadium.
Here we are in 64 Stadium, a stadium that we've, as the county government, funded for the last 3 years or 4 years. And so far we are at 75%, but the other works, the general works, are at 67%. We had a challenge of the resources, and last year His Excellency Governor was in Gishu County, approached our president to assist us in completing the stadium. We are so happy and we are honored that today President has sent the PS and the Office of the President staff, including the Minister of Defense, to see the progress of 64 Stadium, and we are happy that there are good news that are coming. And on behalf of Governor and the residents of Uasin Gishu County, we are saying thank you to the President for supporting us as Uasin Gishu County and making sure that we also, the name the City of Champions is coming out because of the stadiums that we have. We've welcomed our PS to 64 Stadium and the other one for Kipchoge Stadium done by the national government, and it was our prayer that we complete also 64. As the President does Kipchoge Stadium, he helps us as Uasin Gishu to also complete the 64 Stadium. So we have given all the details, the discussion is going on, and the PS is coming out with the good news for us as Uasin Gishu County.
Kikitonon teksetab kiwanjanotok bo 64 Stadium eng kasartab kenyisiek 3 chotok chekikosirto. Kong'eteke taonitab Eldoret eng county nebo Uasin Gishu, logoiwekab emet chebo Kass, kainenyu ko Isaac Kogei.
Chitab Kolenjin ko choton ko logoiwekab emet kaitun eng ketesiet neichome nebo Kass TV nekasomanun kwane Shadrack Mutai kobaten ibwat ile en komalo kebendi kenyoru ng'omutyot kotieng ng'alekab budget ak chepkondok en emetab Kenya sikomwoe kole tos en kerenyin kotos kaune en betutab raini budget noton nekisoman nebo silingisiek 4.8 trillion kiweksei en komalo.